What are you doing?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a speaker wire.
Well, oh, that's shadow. It looked like it was fucking puffed out there.
What the hell do you think it was? A blown up condom stuck to the wall?
I don't know. It looked like a banana.
One of these days, I'm going to figure out how light works.
Well, it looked like somebody painted a banana. Like, why would they paint a banana?
That's a weird Art Deco look. Look, this is a pretty nice place. They just got some random ass bananas up on the wall.
Well, does it not look like a banana?
Well, kind of, but it goes like this.
So I didn't notice that at first. I just saw the top part where it looks like it has a stem.
If you're just looking at the top and you don't know how light and shadow works, it does look like a banana. I look up there and I'm like, yeah, it's a speaker wire.
It was like water damage, or somebody painted a banana.
It's either water damage or somebody painted a banana on the wall. You'd be a great inspector. Well, it's either murder or somebody painted a banana on the wall, and that's your second option to anything.
Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kevin.
And we're coming to you from an undisclosed area because it's just too damn hot in my attic, so we picked some rando's house. May or may not have broke in, but we knew the code.
And they may not, or they may be tied up somewhere.
Either way, we'll let them go when the show's over.
Well,
because we're not bad people. He might be.
You can just leave. I'll deal with them.
Just like the people under my porch.
Shut up. They're homeless. No one cares.
Well, that's true. They're not homeless. Their home is your porch.
That's right.
All right. So in today's episode, we're talking about aliens again, but not just aliens. We're talking about aliens or demons.
Be gone, demon! Be gone!
If the alien invasion, that's all you got to say.
That's right. So, that's what I'm saying. If it's aliens, you just yell, "Be gone, demon!" And if they're not gone,
then you know they're real aliens.
They're aliens.
Litmus test.
You can actually yell at people too. If they get they step back because you're yelling at them, they're really a demon.
Yeah, they're totally demons.
They're the demon.
Well, okay. So thinking back to our first episode, before we get into the demons thing.
Okay.
So you remember?
I remember our alien episode.
Think back. Put yourself in Glip Glop mind.
This is Glip Glop. That's right. All right. I'm Glip Glop.
Thinking back, has anything changed to make you think that aliens are real or not? And if real, are they already here?
Well, there was a testimony.
Among Us.
Yeah. There was a testimony by what? Was it FBI or CIA?
I think that... See, I don't know what branch he was in, but his whole job was dealing with not aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not human.
Non-human.
They
don't call them aliens.
So
they could be.
Yeah. So that was something. Then there's a professor in Stanford or Harvard who has been tracking a object flying through space at nearly the speed of light, and it's not a star or
What?
Yeah. You didn't read about this?
No, I'm the big sci-fi.
Yeah. So there's this object going through space at nearly the speed of light.
Huh.
So,
well, if they were using the 0-point energy field, they'd be going faster than the speed of light. So obviously, it's fake.
Maybe it's slowing the fuck down.
It's fake. It's a glitch in the dome LED screen.
It's just one of the LEDs just keep going out.
Yeah, since they rotate the dome,
yeah,
to simulate. See, it's not the screens. It's the dome.
Well, I tell you what, if we're in a flat Earth and there's a dome, then there's definitely aliens. We're some kind of zoo animals,
probably.
Oh, so I mean, I get it.
That could be true.
Yeah,
I think. Because that was one thing that's changed. There's been more and more people coming out from the government saying that.
Yeah,
not necessarily. The dude wouldn't admit.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
It's like I'm not saying it's aliens, but Go talk to the weird haired guy.
They're definitely not human. So it's either dolphins or aliens or demons.
Well, and it could be mermen.
That's true.
Technically, though, the theory behind mermaids. No,
Weren't they the sea cows?
there is a conspiracy theory that there are mermaids. The Navy knows about them, and basically what they say is that back in the day, during the big flood, like everybody moved inland, and they stayed, and then they eventually adapted to live in the ocean, and that's why there's actual rumor. That is a real conspiracy theory.
Hold on.
And the Navy knows about it.
Maybe.
We might have to have an episode on mermaids.
Okay, we can do an episode on mermaids. I just can't believe that one.
Finally be able to wear my shell
The only problem with
tank top.
like some conspiracy theories, there's only one problem: is a lot of people have to keep their mouth shut.
No,
People
it was
love to brag.
There
about
was a
shit.
special about it, like on the Discovery Channel.
I'm sure there was, or History Channel. History's big on that stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's a thing. So it could be either or.
now, do I think they're already here? Yes, I think they're disguised as humans. I think some of them are disguised as humans.
Do you think they're lizard people?
I don't know what they are, man. Probably lizard people.
I don't know. See, I don't even know what the big. I guess if you had multiple planets, it's like. But see, I don't think.
What if they're here to judge us and we just keep doing all this dumb shit?
Well, then we're fucked.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't think that, and I've never really seen anything to the contrary, and it still goes along with God and creationism and all that. I don't think we evolved on this planet like humans. Like, there's a natural evolution to the animals and stuff like that on the planet. Humans don't seem to have evolved on the planet because the sun burns our skin. We're not really equipped to be in. There's like a very thin line where humans like are good.
Yeah, well, I think some people think that we came from Mars because Mars is more adaptable when it was even a planet, like when it was a blue planet, because it's farther from the sun, so the sun wouldn't have been as strong, so we don't burn as easily. I think even for our gravity, I think we should be. I think our height is taller than what should be for our gravity, but
Well, we have just recently been getting taller.
yeah, that's true.
Human race was
Or
short
maybe it was shorter.
and not as fat. I'm not. I'm just saying.
Well, I think that's more because people are, they indulge a little too much.
We do live in a society of indulgence.
We do. So we may. I don't think we came from here. I just don't think. Basically, like the Earth was not adaptable for humans until like recently.
Well, and that's why, like, I get all these people bitching about CO2 and climate change, and like back in the prehistoric era where dinosaurs and everything were, like the whole reason why pterodactyls could fly is because the atmosphere on the Earth was thick enough for a membraned something that big to fly.
Yeah, because obviously bats have.
And there was shit ton more CO2 in the atmosphere.
Oh, way more, like 300 times more than what we have now.
It's weird.
But yeah, we may not be from here. Aliens are among us, and we're trying to tell everybody about it, and
Nobody's listening.
No one is listening. I think.
The weird thing is like nobody gives a shit.
That is a weird thing. Like all this testimony and stuff, and like no one gives a shit.
Do you think it has something to do with like Ancient Aliens, alien movies, Star Trek, Star Wars, like that whole theory that they've been prepping mankind for the idea of extraterrestrial? Because it's weird. Even if an alien came walking through that door, even though I wouldn't be like surprised to my core, I'd be like, "Oh man, that's super cool! Can I have a laser gun?"
Yeah, well, we don't have guns on us, so or we'd shoot it for break and entering.
Well, yeah.
It's what the
homeowner should have
done when we walked in.
Just because you're an alien doesn't mean you don't,
you'd still be a
laws.
dick. You could be an asshole alien,
There's protocol.
Oh, you don't just break into a fucking house.
That's true.
So what were we talking about? Oh, so that guy, he said there will be definitive proof that there's alien life by 2027.
It's so far away.
I know.
Do you think that's when like an armada is going to show up?
Well, I think maybe some. Maybe he's an alien. He's like, He might be one of the ones walking among us.
Well, that's kind of. It's kind of. We kind of talk. Well, we don't know why nobody gives a shit, but why do you think it seems like we're getting more and more proof that intelligent life is out there and we've been visited and all this shit?
Well, it has a lot to do with what you said. I think they're trying to prep us for the arrival, first contact. I mean, there's already been first contact, but first contact.
Yeah.
Like the election was won.
The most secure election in history.
So, yes, that kind of, they're already here, but, for the masses.
Well, yeah. Well, along those lines, with them prepping us and all that stuff, do you think we'll ever have a time where they just flat out, government comes out and says, yes, aliens exist, and what do you think the timeline would be? Because that guy was just saying like 2027. But like, how do you think?
Do I think the government will admit
world
that
government's being like, yes,
they will never do that? I think if first contact happens, they're going to act like, oh,
this is new.
We're just as surprised as you are, and they'll be like, hey, Mr. Blank President.
It really annoys the shit out of me that I can't remember that movie. That Dr. Greer guy said, if there's ever a hostile alien invasion, it's not aliens. It's humans.
What movie?
I don't know, but there's a movie where like all these people are running from this alien invasion.
Was it?
And it's not aliens.
They're
humans.
Day? Oh
no. No, they're humans. I don't know. It's either that or like, oh no, there wasn't. They thought it was an alien invasion, and the humans made it look that way. It's because androids took over the planet and kicked all the humans off. So the humans were trying to come back.
Was it? Was that the Orville?
That's a show.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, the only where the aliens kill.
No, this is a movie.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie. I
don't think it was.
I don't
bad.
even know if this premise.
I think it was one of those randos, where like you watch.
I've never even heard of the premise of this movie before.
No, well, see,
was it a B movie?
Well, it's like one of those things where you watch a movie on Amazon and then like you get done, like you might like this.
Oh yeah.
And I think it clicked. I'm like, this doesn't look bad. And then because this alien,
was it really shitty graphics and stuff?
No, it really wasn't horrible. But like this alien got captured and this person's dying, and the alien takes his mask off, and then they all think he's human because they don't know they've like blocked the fact that they're androids. So it's like the general public doesn't know that they're androids.
I think I know this.
Yeah, the guy's like, I know how to fix you.
Oh no.
So like, well,
do they have a Mexican dude?
I don't know. I don't think that. Oh, that might be it. I think it is a Mexican dude. The dude from Ant-Man.
Yeah, the guy that talks all the time.
Yeah,
that movie's on Netflix. I've seen that movie.
It wasn't bad.
No, because I was going to watch it the other day, but I was like, I don't know if I've seen this.
That's what I was thinking of. So
I think I saw it when it first came out. I haven't watched it since.
It'd be kind of like that, except for we would have to be androids for that to be exactly the same. So that's not it. But that's what he's basically saying.
If I was an android, I feel like I should be stronger and not as fat.
I know.
Like, what am I, just building myself from nanobots that's making me fat?
Maybe you're slowly duplicating yourself.
Ooh, that'd be cool. If I could split,
and
there'd be two of me?
Are making themselves into a baker's dozen. One of these days, I'm going to split off and there's going to be a whole bunch of me. Until then, where are my pizzas? That's right. I didn't say pizza.
Speaking of that, I got a pizza and a pasta bowl from Domino's tonight.
I think I've had one of those.
The pasta bowl wasn't great. The pizza was pretty good. I mean, it was just a Supreme.
It's funny.
Forgot that we're on camera. I shouldn't just be talking about my dinner.
Yeah, I had a good dinner. Well, it's funny though because I think Domino's pizza is really good, and I think
they've gotten much better.
I think Papa John's pizza is straight up garbage.
Yeah,
but I love their calzone things.
Oh, the papadillas?
Yes,
the papadillas are pretty good.
Those are good,
and so are garlic Parmesan breadsticks.
Yeah, everything but their pizza.
Yeah, their pizza's straight trash. It's like Pizza Ranch.
Yeah, unless you sponsor us, then I'll say it's good.
Nah, I still say it's trash, but I'll say everything else.
Hey, their pizza's shit, but if you get some papadillas, hell yeah. Use promo code their pizza's shit.
Yes, that's what Papa John's going to use as a promo code.
Let's see.
Where we at?
What are your thoughts on they're not aliens, they're demons explanation? Because this is recent for me. Like within the last few months, I've started hearing about this.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but I don't know.
Because of the feud between Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles from the Daily Wire.
I think Steve Dace also thinks they're...
Oh, yeah, I heard him say that too. I remember the first time he said that, I was like,
yeah, that's dumb.
you're dumb.
Yeah, and I still think it's dumb. I think they're aliens or people. I think this stuff, like some of the craft and stuff that we're seeing is like human created, like man-made.
They say that the giveaway is if you see a craft, a spacecraft or unidentified, I forgot what the hell they call them now, because I guess UFO is not cool anymore. If there's like seams or any type of riveting or screws, it's human.
Yeah, but I mean,
like the alien ships, like the way they build, like we can't.
Yeah,
we can't
like
recreate their material.
It's like one solid piece of.
It's like when he said, I think Greer said, like you can go into one, and it looks like the size of a Ford Fiesta, and you get in there, and it's like you're in a giant warehouse.
Huh?
Yeah,
that's the alien one.
Yeah.
So it just like manipulates size.
Well, it's like it's almost like the only way this works in my brain.
It doesn't work in my brain.
It
hurts my brain.
The only way I can see this working is it's not actually a ship to me in my brain. It's not working out using
Harry
common sense. What they're doing is they're sending a dimensional, almost like wormhole, to wherever they're going.
Yeah, but that's
so you're not really getting in a small ship. You're going through a door.
Yeah, but how do you pilot?
They just control it with a computer.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm going to go over to Paris and order some French fries to piss everybody off. And then you type it in, and you go to a fancy French restaurant.
And you just get out?
You get into the ship, and you just walk out the other side.
You think just to screw with people? Because I would do this. I would get like 100 people coming out of the tiny, teeny, tiny little ship. And people are like, is this a clown car? What is going on here?
And do that at every pro fishing event. I'd just like to thank y'all. We love fish. Sticks, fillets.
All the fish.
Sushi's a little weird, but we'll eat it because we're clowns and we're going to clown college. So obviously we're poor.
Yeah, so, you got to fish for them.
Yeah, I think the only clown that made it was Bozo.
Well, I mean, it.
No, I'm talking about real clowns. Bozo was a real clown. That dude grinded it out.
So was John Wayne Gacy, but, no one wants to.
Was he a real clown?
He was a real clown. He actually did cars and
that
stuff.
dude was weird.
Was that Gacy or was that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He was the one who was
like,
clown. Yeah, I'll just throw him under my house and throw some lye on him. No one will notice.
No one's ever going to find him here.
Yeah.
Just put him in the crawl space.
That's why people hate clowns.
That is why people hate clowns.
Kevin hates clowns. That's why I came up with the whole fishing for clown.
I do hate clowns.
And
just get back because I want to get off this clown shit. They're not demons. They're either people or aliens.
Well, I mean, they could be demons though.
Why are demons flying shit?
Well, if they were demons,
I still
what
feel
do
like
you
they'd be
think
flying
that
in.
means, and why would demons be so blatant about being seen? Because like the whole thing,
but they're not being blatant. Like,
well, no, because like they are. Because I'm saying they're being blatant as far as.
Well, if it's a demon, I mean, I don't feel like you have a lot of fun, so you like fucking with people.
Well, but the whole thing is like the thing with the devil and demons and all that shit is like that guy, or I don't even know who coined the phrase, but like the devil's greatest trick was convincing man that he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, then you come out with there's more proof. Now you can say it's because there's more evil in the world.
I don't know. I think that demons are more like you can't see them. Like they're more.
I don't know. One Catholic is he the New York exorcist? An actual Catholic priest exorcist who used to be a big Wall Street banker said he saw the devil twice.
Like in his dreams?
Nope, actual devil.
Why would that guy get visited by the devil?
Well, he said it wasn't like, the horn, whatever, or the half goat's
more
body.
like a cloaked.
No, it was just, he said
just some dude.
I forgot what he was doing. I don't know if he was a priest or not.
The devil was a person. Well, an angel.
He's the angel of light.
Yeah.
He's like the highest.
His name means light bringer.
But
Satan.
I don't know if he was a priest or not. He just got done talking to a priest saying, oh, no, he wasn't. He was still a banker. And he was saying that he can't handle all the drinking. Like he goes out with clients and he's always drinking and drinking and drinking. And he says, I need to stop drinking. So the priest tells him, well, if you're going to go to a luncheon or you're going to have all these clients, wherever you're going, call the bartender ahead of time and say, when I'm in there and I order a vodka tonic, just give me tonic.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, that's a good idea. So he walks out. He says, there's this pretty attractive, like, well put together guy out there and just random. And he said, and this is in New York. And the guy's just staring at me. He's like, you don't do that in New York. That people don't stare at you.
Everybody kind of
It's like, that's basically like picking a fight.
Yeah.
And the guy comes up, throws his arm around, and was like, hey, let's go get a drink. Right after he got done talking to the priest about it. So then he ran off, and I think he ran home, and then he ran back to the priest. I think the priest might have said, well, you may have ran into Satan. But the weird thing is, when he did become a priest, he was down in Florida in some party town, and it had something to do with a convention or something like that. And he's there with these two ladies he knows, and they both noticed this guy, this super attractive dude, swimming trunks, all tan and everything, and they're all mentioning about how good he looks. And the dude turns and stares right at the priest, walks up to him, and is like, what the hell are you doing here? This is my place. You don't belong here. And then I guess the girls freaked out, and it was the exact same guy from New York, according to him.
That's weird.
So he said he met the devil twice, and he said that was God's way of saying, you don't need to be in party town on spring break, mister. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, but like...
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't think they're as blatantly...
Well, it's weird, too, because what is it when you're physical? Corporeal?
Yeah, corporeal.
That's like your physical body.
Yep.
I don't think you see a lot of that. So, I mean,
Were
I don't
they
know.
flying
But
around?
the way I've
It just seems
stuff,
weird.
because I've been like looking more into faith stuff. Because I used to go to church all the time. Now I don't, because I'm not a huge fan of organized religion. But basically, like there are demons. Like say there's lust demons, so they'll like push you toward. If you show a tendency to look at pornography, they'll push you toward it or put things in your path to make you go down that path.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they draw, and then once you're doing that, it's like they feed off your aura or your soul.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, I mean,
Fucking
that kind of
parasites.
stuff, but like, that's why the whole thing didn't,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay,
Just yell at them, and they'll go away.
Well, that's what doesn't make, that's why the whole aliens or demons, like, that is the most, and here's the thing, and it gets to the next question. So, what do you think when people say that within the 2 trillion plus galaxies in this universe that we're the only intelligent beings? Like, I mean,
But they're dumb.
well, that's a short answer right there.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Normally,
that they're
I'm pretty
dumb
good about wording my answers where you can't give me a one-word answer.
It's 2 words.
They're
No,
stupid.
They are stupid. I mean, just the vastness of space, there has to be another intelligent life. Like I said before, the space is so vast that on the other side, we could be doing the exact same thing, like another us. I mean, it's just the randomness of space. There's enough randomness to where there's another Earth doing the exact same thing on the other side of the fucking universe.
And we'll never be able to mute ourselves.
No, it's probably better we don't. That's why we're recording. So, I mean, one day...
We're going to send this out into space.
Yeah, well, I don't know how the internet works. Does that just go out in space or no?
I don't know.
Is it like TV? I don't know.
I mean,
Remember the movie Contact? Where like they got our signals and they sent it back?
Contact, Pixels, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, so...
I mean, that's enough to where
Yeah,
space
that's
is
what I'm saying. Like, you think... I don't know how the internet works.
And I was like, those guys on that Earth are way funnier than us.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
They're probably boring people.
Other side of the universe, us's are lame.
They're probably boring as shit.
Probably. You got to be pretty awesome to be as excited.
So yeah, I think just by the vastness, the amount of sheer just randomness, and I mean, let alone like we can get into multiple dimensions. I mean,
which is mathematically proven.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm not exactly sure how the hell you do that. But.
I don't either. But I'm just saying, like, there's no way there's not intelligent life out there.
Well, that's kind of what
But
I'm saying.
I'm not
especially
saying,
with how old the universe is.
If anything, you're probably more looking at like, there's the Great Filter.
Yeah, well, I remember that. Like, I've seen all the things where, like, even Stephen Hawking had that thing where You start out with a bunch of ping pong balls, and then the next one is you had to have a planet within a certain distance from the sun, and it's a pretty big opening. Then the next one has to have water, smaller opening. Then it has to have, because like we couldn't have life on this planet technically without our moon, and our moon's weird.
Yeah.
Our moon's not like any other
Well,
moon. It's a space station.
Yeah.
And they're like, you guys are getting weird. That's why the moon's slowly getting farther away.
That's cool.
That's a true story. It's a true story.
It is getting farther away. I think it's like 8 feet a year.
Which is kind of weird. You'd think it would be getting closer.
I think the sun's gravity is more stronger than ours.
Maybe.
But
So
it's
does
not
that
like
mean
that
we're
much,
getting
but it's
pulled
such...
into the sun?
No, the moon is.
Oh,
We're staying in our orbit. The moon's more orbiting around us. And
But
every
it's
time
so close, you think that the two gravitational
But it's not that
poles-
close.
Yeah, it is. In relative distance in the
You
solar
can fit
system.
every planet in the solar system between the Earth and the moon.
Not the sun.
No kidding, not the sun, dummy.
Because the sun's not a planet. It's not.
Yeah, but I don't.
It's
I mean,
a star.
it's almost exactly though. Like you put every planet like side by side by side by side. It's the
Yes,
exact
but if
same
you
distance.
Look at the vast distance of our solar system. The moon's like right there.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's weird. And I would like someone to explain that to me. And if it's any other explanation other than
Maybe
it's
it's
a space station
Maybe it's
and
going
they're
too fast,
leaving,
where it's like pushing itself off. You know?
that's another thing that's weird about because it's in synchronous orbit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's I wonder eventually if it does. I mean, if we're at an orbit where only one side faces. But you think as it gets farther away, gravitational pull of Earth, which I don't get, is why it's in a synchronous orbit where only one side faces us at all times.
Yeah.
That eventually it will start spinning on its own.
Whatever caused it to look like the man on the moon got his ass kicked? It's a few days ago. Like it wasn't just like the eyes and mouth. It looked like he got his ass kicked.
Like recently?
Yeah.
Probably an asteroid.
Like it was like, I guess it's happened before, but there was more shading to it. So it looked like he had a black
Pixels
eye.
are going out in the dome, man.
That's true.
Somebody didn't put the brightness up.
You need to get up there and change.
Hey,
your-
man, turn on the contrast a little higher. You know?
You're bleaching them out. But yeah, that's what I understand because I made this comment on something, and that's what one guy said. Well, maybe it takes all those planets and all those galaxies in order to sustain life on Earth. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm just saying that it is very egotistical of us thinking we're the only intelligent life in the universe.
I know.
Super egotistical. Like,
Well, that's Matt Walsh's argument
yeah.
because what he basically says is the Bible pertains to Earth.
Yes.
So God could have made people on a number of planets, and each planet has their own Bible. Because all the Bible is the Word of God basically dictated by man.
Well, he said he made us in his image, so maybe we look like God, and everybody else just looks weird and doesn't look like God. He's just like, I'm gonna put
You never
put
know.
one of them porpoises, and I'm gonna mix it with an orangutan, and it's gonna have a tail, and it's gonna have a funny nose, and boom, that's what I'm putting over there.
I mean, you think if you're an omnipotent being capable of creating the entire universe and horrendously immature, that you would do stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if I played God, I'd be making some weird ass shit.
What the hell? Oh, what was that? The second Galaxies or Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm going to make some weird shit.
Yeah, when he found out he's a
Yeah,
like,
he goes,
yeah.
oh man, I made a light bulb. Oh, I'm going to make some weird shit.
That's exactly what I would do,
I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're an omnipotent being, you might be more mature than us, but you never know.
I mean, I'm sure he is.
I just know that, and I think that feeds into it.
Maybe
though, too.
we're not. Maybe there is an intelligent. Maybe there's not intelligent life because maybe they don't have free will.
Well, and this one guy, he's an astrologist, and he's a Christian astrologist. He says you'll find microbial life all over the solar system because anytime we get hit, it shoots shit up, and there's like quadrillion microbials and like soil and stuff that goes into space. But it's like he kind of says like, no, we're like the only ones. And I just think it's weird.
It is weird.
It's a
very egotistical move.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean, I get why if we're made in God's image that we're special. But at the same time, I just doubt he stopped with us.
Yeah, but maybe they don't have free will.
You never know.
Like maybe God gave us free will, gave us the choice of how to pursue
Grace,
our
that's
destiny.
why the devil hates us.
And maybe they're all like worshipers of, like devout worshipers of God,
Yeah.
because they don't have free will to do what they want, or But I mean, we have free will to believe in God and Jesus, and you also have the free will not to.
Apparently, that's the big beef.
Yeah.
That
Free will?
Well, he loves us more because we're made in his image, and we have free will and they don't.
Yeah, they don't. They got to do what he says, and if they don't, they get sent to the bad place.
Well, that's the same with us, though.
Well,
the only difference is there's no forgiveness.
Well, there's mortal sins. I mean, we can be forgiven. They can't be forgiven by asking for God's forgiveness, to where they hate us for that too.
Well, that's true.
All we got to do is ask for forgiveness, and we can go to heaven.
So
I think there's got to be mortal sins that you can't ask forgiveness for, though.
Well, I don't know. People keep going back to it, but something about putting a stone something around someone's neck and throwing them in the sea if they mess with God's children.
Huh?
I think messing with kids
Yeah.
is something you can't be forgiven for.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't know. That's the one thing about murder. People that mess around kids.
Yeah, but you have to actually believe in forgiveness. You have to.
You have to be.
You can't just say the words and be forgiven.
You would have to have found God and
You can't just do it at the
but
end.
That's what's weird though, because we watch ID a lot. Obviously, I've said that a few times on the show. But you see these people that get like second-degree murder or first-degree murder, and then they're eligible for parole in 25 years.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you took someone's life, their life's over, your life should be over.
Exactly.
If you intended to kill that person and it wasn't self-defense or anything like that. If you molest a child, you have permanently scarred that child for life. Can they still grow up and have a productive life?
Yeah. But there's always going to be a scar on their soul.
Yeah, that's there. Like you have permanently altered that person's path.
Yeah.
So your path should be permanently altered to getting your ass kicked every day in jail.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We kind of talked about it, but I don't know if I really brought it up that much. But when we look at nature and anything, it's efficient.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of waste in nature.
No.
So that's why that whole thing about it takes a whole universe saving there. That is a lot.
Yeah.
So you tell me it takes all of that in order just to sustain us. That's not efficient at all. And
no,
the reason why I have a problem with that is because everything, even our bodies, other than the shit we throw in our mouths.
What's the elephant doing for me?
Exactly.
It ain't doing nothing for me.
Entertaining you.
What's the crocodile ever going to do for me?
Eat you.
Yeah.
Make a nice pair of boots.
I mean, I guess you want to be like, ooh, look, my nice boots. The gator skin.
I kept the nostrils.
Well, they're like little vent holes to keep my feet nice and cool.
You didn't get the nostril vent option?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much shit that, like, it doesn't help us. Why make a black widow spider? Which I saw today at the job site. So
there's a lot of black widows around here.
Yeah, that is super creepy, and I did not know that.
They're very shiny.
Yeah, it is. I don't like them.
They'll run from you.
This one didn't. He just looked at me and was like, hey, get the fuck off my area.
Did he, post up on you?
Oh, he was in his web.
Oh. I had a black widow underneath my sprinkler lid.
Huh?
Yeah, I pulled it up. It was a black widow right there. I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and flip this over and set it over here.
Yeah.
Be gone, demon.
I was like, I don't like this at all. I don't like, it's not helping me at all.
I don't like spiders in general.
No, I do not like spiders.
Just hope that this isn't one of the tarantula mating season years.
When does that happen?
I don't know, but you'll know because you'll see tarantulas just walking across the road.
I can tell you what, I'm not going to work. I want to get on my vehicle.
There's just so many cars just slide out the road because there's so many spiders and they're gooey.
I remember being here one year for tarantula mating season.
You see a bunch of tarantulas and you see a bunch of tarantula hawks.
Yeah.
Which I saw a tarantula hawk 2 years
funny?
ago. So I'm wondering if it's already... And I don't know if they only mate like every 7 years, but you generally... It kind of seems like there's a cycle. Because I've only seen that twice.
Yeah.
Since I've lived here. Where, oh look, there's a bunch of fucking tarantulas like everywhere. And they're not around here, they're not the big like black or gray ones. They're not, I mean,
they're like brown ones,
big.
aren't they?
They're like this big.
Yeah, it's still super creepy.
Yeah, they're nice.
Okay.
I picked one up.
I'm not.
They don't just bite you.
Well, they might.
They might. That's true. Like jumping spiders, they're adorable. Have you ever seen the close-up pictures of them?
Oh, yeah.
They're all like,
They look so like they are cute.
they're adorable.
I know.
There's people that have them as pets. I didn't know they were that small, though.
Yeah, they're teeny tiny.
Here's my pet spider. The only thing I don't like about them is they'll be like, oh, I'm going to touch you. And then those little bastards can jump.
Yeah, like comparative, it'd be like us jumping like 30, 40 stories.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But they are cute.
they are super cute.
I don't kill them. I'll put them outside.
Them, I wouldn't. Do you have them here?
Yeah.
I didn't see any. I want to see one of them.
Yeah, I had one in my house the other day.
Huh.
I got a climb on my finger, and I put them out on the plants. Then he probably got eaten by a praying mantis.
I'm looking for a little tiny, cute, little tiny
Well,
spider.
see, and generally, I won't. If they're not making webs somewhere that is a problem, I would generally won't get rid of a lot of spiders because brown recluses don't like other spiders.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, fuck them things.
Yeah, they give you boils.
Tell you what, you also got biting ants. That
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
Kevin got his ass bit.
by like 8 times. Not literally my ass. It was like my chest, my neck, my back. Thing went all the way around and just bit the shit out of me.
Right down to his ass.
No, to my penis. And it didn't even swell up.
Took it off the rails. Oh my gosh. But
What are we talking about?
No, it was the efficiency
Oh,
of
yeah, nature. See, yeah.
and why.
Like
Well-
half the shit's either trying to kill us or.
Well, it's funny though because we're the apex technically because of our technology. We're the apex.
I mean, plants serve a purpose. They're giving us oxygen.
Well, and we're the apex species on the planet, but it's not because we're
No, it's because of our
badass,
brains.
It's because of our brains. That's just another thing. We are separate from nature.
That's why I don't get it either. It's like all this evolution. How are we the only ones with brains? Like brains big enough to do stuff.
Apparently,
Like,
squids.
Squids are. They don't think squids are from Earth either.
Mm-mm.
They think squids are aliens because their DNA is so much off from like.
Well,
every
and they're
other
super
thing.
smart.
Yeah, their DNA is way off from the rest of like the nature.
That's why you never know if we might be getting attacked by alien squids because you see those videos on YouTube where they're like cutting the squid up while it's alive. I'm like, that's fucked up.
That is fucked up, especially when it's smart.
Yeah, just flaying it.
Yeah.
It's like they don't have a way to communicate, but you never know. They could be an intelligent life force.
They
You
could
just-
be try to do it telepathically, and we can't. We're not smart enough to.
Well, that's probably true.
Okay.
And then dolphins are really smart too.
Yeah, dolphins are super.
That's why
smart.
killer whales are smart.
And
because
super
they're actually
rapey.
dolphins. They're not whales.
They're super rapey.
Yeah, they are.
Uh,
They
Dolphins.
like to have a good time.
yeah. Dude, I'm a dolphin. I love to party.
Hey, I love to party.
Yeah, they're super. Like, I think there's like, what was it? Some woman got raped by a dolphin. And it was like the dolphin's trainer. It's like 20 years ago.
What the shit?
Yeah,
They let that one go back to the sea.
I don't know. You don't let it just keep going. Once it's got the taste.
That's weird. But I mean, there's other smart species. I mean, hell, that's another thing too, because we didn't evolve from apes because it wouldn't be apes, and then there are apes that are evolving that we've said before in the show that are like
Yeah.
making their own tools and stuff like that. So it's like we were replaced here.
Also, crows are super intelligent.
Birds in general are.
Well, more crows. Crows are like the great thing is you start feeding a crow, and it'll start bringing friends over, and you start feeding them, and all of a sudden you'll have like a posse of crows. So if somebody fights with you, those crows will go after that person and make it a life vendetta to ruin that person's life.
I want a posse of crows.
Yeah, you can have a posse of crows.
That's
Like,
probably demonic too.
I don't know.
I'll bring it
but
up.
they're super nice to you though. Like they'll bring you gifts and stuff.
Oh, so they're thieves.
Well, I mean, they'll bring you sticks. I mean, it's not like,
Oh,
and sometimes money.
it's like where's the Rolex?
Yeah, they'll bring you shiny stuff, and they'll,
Where
coins.
did you hear
and-
this from?
It's a true fact. I read it. It was some science thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something about the science guy. Like he made friends with crows.
Huh. Well, now I want to make friends with crows. And get a
Yeah,
posse.
start feeding crows. If you got a crow in your yard, feed it. And they'll bring his friends. You feed them. And you get a posse of crows, man. And they'll bring you gifts and stuff.
I want a posse of crows.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Well, I think that pretty well wraps up. I think we've covered the new stuff we've talked about in aliens and then demons. I do not want to do another episode solely about Trump, so let's go ahead and talk about the Trump's fourth indictment.
I don't know, man. This is all just good out of hand. I think these local DAs, the dude from New York, this woman, she's up for re-election, so she was obviously going to go against Trump because her whole re-election thing was, I'm going to get Trump. So obviously she's going to do this. It's bullshit.
And hit him with a RICO case?
The one thing they have to prove is that he knew he lost the election.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
They can't prove it because everything points to him,
Well, supposedly, Monday.
I think he's backing off from that.
What?
Yeah, I don't think it's happening Monday anymore.
It's not happening at all?
Not Monday for sure.
Why not?
It might still be happening Monday.
Maybe part of my dream or real news story.
Maybe that was a dream I had.
No, I'm pretty sure it's dropping Monday.
No, I know it's supposed to drop Monday, but I thought I heard that it might not drop Monday now.
We got to wrap up some loose ends.
Well, did he turn himself in tomorrow? He's supposed to turn himself in tomorrow.
Yeah, he's got to the 25th.
Oh, the 25th. What's today? The 17th. So, next week. Well, ain't that neat?
And they're doing a mugshot because they don't fuck around in Georgia.
Yeah,
we follow protocol.
No, that's not protocol. You know the whole reason for a mugshot is for identification. Everybody in the world knows who Donald Trump is and what he looks like. So all they're doing this for is publicity. Why can't we say words sometimes? Publicity.
Well, you got me doing it.
So they're saying it for. I mean, they're doing it for just to be dicks. I don't know, man. This is dumb.
It is dumb. And I think, I don't know why they delved into election stuff. I would have left that alone.
Yeah.
Because if he gets into, like, discovery and, like, I don't care, everybody says, I saw the 2,000 Mules, and the stuff that they showed based on what you are and aren't allowed to do, even if they're legitimate ballots, you can't stuff ballot boxes with even other people's shit.
Yeah.
And it was enough people going to, and they went way low numbers, enough people going to enough boxes to where it would have changed the results of the election.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you talking about? You can't just be like, well, agency said it was the most fair and secure election. So, okay, yeah, it is. And COVID came from a bat in a meat market.
That's the thing. Like, no one's going to believe shit. I mean,
you think that's on purpose?
What?
That nobody, like, they're trying to take everybody's not faith, well, goodwill. What the hell is that word?
Faith?
In institutions.
Oh, they're
like trust.
Yeah, they're trusting institutions.
Like trust in institutions where they're ruining that.
Probably all about aliens somehow.
Probably. Well, first we're going to destabilize, and then we're all going to make you.
And then we're all going to come together because aliens.
Maybe we're living in a John Travolta movie.
But I mean,
we're all going to be slaves.
I think
aliens.
Maybe that's it. Maybe the world leaders are aliens. I don't know, man. Except for Biden, he's just old and feeble and gets told what to do.
Or maybe he is an android.
Yeah, and he's breaking down.
Old program.
We need to lube him up.
Damn it, we broke his update port.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Just let it go. Did you hear that part where he's like, hey, all you little children out there, I know where the best ice cream is.
Yeah.
He goes, so come talk to Daddy.
Well, I think he said go talk to Daddy.
Yeah.
Tell him you want the ice cream. He's just weird.
He's just a weird way to say things. He should just not be around children.
I still think it's pathetic as shit, though, that, like, they show him, well, Biden's still up over Trump by 3 points.
3 points is nothing.
Well, I know, but it shouldn't be anywhere near. I don't care how bad you like somebody personally. He did a better job as a president than any president in a long time.
Yes.
I mean, you can hate the guy all you want, but nobody can say, unless you're a total freak, which there's plenty of them out there, that your life wasn't better under Trump than under Biden.
So I was listening to Clay and Buck today, right? during lunch.
Old Clay and Buck.
With Buck and Clay. I can't remember how they put it. It's probably Buck and Clay. It's more alphabetically.
Maybe.
But yeah, so I was listening to them. They're like, hey, all they got to really do is basically get them on one of the charges in either A, Georgia, or B, the January 6th shit, because then both of them have to do with the election. So if they get him on one of that, they can say he's an insurrectionist and he's not liable. He can't run for president if you're an insurrectionist. You can do it if you're a felon, but if you do anything treasonous or insurrection-y, you can't run for president.
Yeah, well, here's the problem, too. I think, he's not going to get a fair trial in either place.
Fulton County's probably, he can appeal each one, and he can appeal it to the Supreme Court, and he'll probably be found, not guilty on anything. But, it's going to be past the time that he's president. He can be president, so it's not.
Well, he's screwed on the
Then basically, if the Supreme Court, what will happen if they get him on something, and then the Supreme Court finds no fault. He did nothing wrong. There's going to be some people that are pretty mad.
Well, what do you think is going to happen? Because, here's what I'm getting. Maybe it's the law in Georgia or something. But they're saying, so for state cases, he can't pardon himself.
No, and he can't.
But then people are saying the governor can't pardon him.
He can't. The governor doesn't have pardoning power. It has to be run by a special board, which doesn't.
That's the way Texas is.
Yeah, so it has to be run by a special board, but you can't be eligible for pardon up till 5 years after your conviction.
Well, yeah. So what do you think will happen if Trump ever goes to jail?
He won't go to jail. They'll never put him in jail.
But let's say he did. Do you think that's the point where the wheels fall off?
Yes, that has to be the point the wheels falls off. There's nothing else you can do. This country's ruined.
I would think
this country is a banana republic, and if we can just imprison your political opponent, then this isn't a freaking republic at all.
I think at that point
it's a banana republic is what it is.
The majority wouldn't be selling. I think there are a lot of people that would, make 2020 look like a picnic.
Why wouldn't you? I just
think it would. The wheels would.
I think people would. I think there's enough people that would. I'm not saying I would or anything, but I'm just saying there's.
No, but when I think about it, because there's a lot of hardcore. I like Trump. I think he's annoying about certain shit. But if he's nominee, I'll vote for him. I still don't think. Ramaswamy, he's coming up there, but I don't think there's anybody who could do a better job right now with what we need than Trump.
Ramaswamy was backed by Paul Soros when he first started doing stuff.
But
and he's very chameleon-like. He'll say one thing on one station and switch it when he talks to a conservative.
I'm just saying he's an up-and-comer.
Yeah.
He's gaining ground.
Yeah.
But, I honestly, still to this day, I don't know of anybody who could do the job better than Trump to come in and right the ship.
I think now. I think RFK is just going to come in and just, ruin it for – I think he's going to run as an independent.
Just to ruin it for whoever runs for Democrat?
Just ruin it for both. I think because there's enough Republicans
he won't
that
win
like him. He'll run independent.
Yeah, he won't win.
No, he won't win, but he'll fucking ruin it for both parties.
Well, someone's going to win.
I know. But I'm just saying, I don't know.
It'll be Trump.
Maybe.
He's got a solid base that'll never go anywhere.
Well, I know.
It doesn't matter. So if he
runs,
runs,
so does every Democrat that runs because they got the weirdos.
There's a lot of people. Well, no, Biden won because of the independents.
Yeah,
and apparently
it's going to be hard to get independents.
College educated.
There's a lot of independents that don't like Trump. We're told that they would never vote for him.
Yeah,
63% of them.
They're hypersensitive losers that think, oh, the president should be like my dad or my best friend.
Then it was 20% of Republicans said they would never.
Yeah, again, stupid ass people that if you hate Trump
so much that you love this economy,
that you would put the future of your children, grandchildren, yourself, and the future of this country and just roll the dice on it because you hate Trump that much, then you have bought into all the media shit.
Yeah.
That's hands down. That's what it is. Can he be annoying? Can he be brash? Yes, but he did a good job. If you're
agreed,
nope, I'm going to let this country burn because I don't like Trump. Well, you're an idiot and you're the reason why the country's burning.
If people didn't, if it wasn't so divisive, if the media wasn't so divisive on Trump because he didn't play by the rules, he didn't play by political rules, so all these Democrats, the media went against him. A lot of Republicans went against him, even though he was doing good stuff. I mean, yes, his mouth got him into trouble sometimes, or his little tweets. But I mean, it wasn't like
Most of that
anything
stuff
bad.
ended up working
But
out for
everything,
him,
all the policies worked out. Everything did policy wise, and that's what you got to look for in a person. Who cares what he says? I mean, unless he's like, I guess super racist or like stabby, I guess. I mean, then you care, but or if he just like threw bombs on people that for no reason.
Oh, like Obama.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like Obama.
Executing American citizens on foreign soil.
Yeah.
Using the military.
Yeah. Stuff like that. So, I mean, people just dumb. And they're it's thin-skinned, weak-minded people that don't know how to actually do any kind of, looking at what's good for the nation, what's good for their children, what's good for other people's children, what's in the future. Instead, they'd rather just watch the economy burn and this country fall apart.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of those are the same people that are willing to.
Hey, I'm cool with like 3 million more people just walking in.
Yeah. Well,
from every shade of the world coming in through Mexico, it's easier than flying in from anywhere in the world.
Well, that's what I think is funny because, like, if you ever listen or watch The Five,
no.
There's this liberal girl in there, college educated, but there's always like one pretty hardcore left person on the panel.
Yeah,
and she's been on there a couple times. She was on there today, and it's like she's saying, "Oh no, we need to." She was saying because the mayor of New York City got a scolding letter, like 12-page letter from the governor. Like I'd be like, I just go on national television and burn it or wipe my ass with it because I wouldn't give a shit.
Why? Because
of how the immigration thing's going.
Yeah, and how he complained about it.
Well, her thing is because he's saying it's going to cost like $5 billion or something. She's like, well, federal government needs to pony up. Not to get rid of them or anything like that, but she's like, no, they're here. This is the federal government's problem. We need to take care of them. And one of the persons on the panel is like, well, doesn't that just bring people more in or bring more people in? And it's like, well, yeah, but like these are all rich. Like,
so she's
sneaky though. She is stupid, but she's sneaky because she'll agree with something like, oh yeah, they're like about cops,
but
this, that, and there's always that but. And then she goes into like left wing dumb shit. I'm like, are you playing a part? Are you pulling a Juan?
Yeah. Are you just like?
Because I swear, like,
are you getting shit just like put into a microphone? Somebody's speaking for you.
Name? It's Juan something.
I don't know who the fuck Juan is.
He's on Fox all the time.
Oh.
But he was on there a lot, and people used to think they're like, "Are you putting on an act?" Because he's a smart guy.
Yeah. Like, can you be this dumb?
You see these people, they're intelligent, and then the stupidest shit comes out of their mouth when they start talking.
Well, you have to look at all these like professors, these Harvard professors. These, they're actually probably really intelligent, but somehow their beliefs, or got it's like a big block on their mind, where they can't think things through when it comes to a certain
there are certain
policy
and it was Juan Williams.
Oh yeah, like the mustache.
Yeah,
the mustache, little pencil thin mustache.
Yep,
little acne scars. Stuff.
Well, I don't know if they're. Yeah, he did a little bit. Huge, kind
of like a
huge baseball fan.
Yeah,
but sometimes he would say stuff, and you kind of wonder. It's like, do you really mean what you're saying? You really buying your own bullshit?
Are you just saying this because they're expecting you to say something like this?
Yeah, it's weird. No,
and I don't think I think a lot of these people don't believe in any of the shit they're saying. Like they're just saying it for whatever.
Like the
reason.
drones in the streets are the people that believe this shit.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
So this guy convinced them, and they'll vote for the same people that you told them to vote for. And it's a big old fucking. Basically, it's a pyramid scheme. And a bunch of idiots are at the bottom.
We're at the bottom, but we're the foundation.
Yeah, but us free thinkers are not at the bottom. We're just shoved off to the side.
We're like that shit shack off to the side.
Yeah. We don't belong in the pyramid. We belong in the shitty shack.
That's where all the methane from our farts goes.
Yeah, right in that
Thanks,
shack.
Ancient ventilation system.
Yeah.
Over to the stink shack.
To the stink shack. That's where we're at. Free thinkers.
Well,
people actually try to look at things and see a bigger picture.
Yeah, then you get marked as an extremist. I wouldn't be surprised if we're on some list.
We are not yet.
I don't
It
know.
might be. I don't know.
If a parent complains about their kid going to the bathroom with the other sex, or the other sex going into their kid's bathroom, they're considered extremists. So, and looked at by the FBI.
Oh, I'm sure we've been looked at by the FBI.
It's like Ray, he got busted. He said this is only one thing with them infiltrating Catholic churches. There's only one thing. There's one time I'm going to shut it down, and may or may not have happened like 4 or 5 more times.
May or may not have.
That dude needs to get fired.
Christopher Wray?
Yep.
Yeah, so whoever told Trump to appoint him was an idiot.
Well, I think that's another thing. Like, well, Trump appointed him. Like, I guarantee you, at least half, if not more, of his appointees.
What does it matter?
Where people told him.
Or that, maybe they were like, right leaning. Then
Maybe they became a huge douche.
After, maybe
They couldn't take the power.
Yeah, I mean, or you can get more power if you do it our way. Or,
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Bill Barr's been weirdly anti-Trump lately.
Oh, yeah, I think that dude's got something to hide. Anybody who goes out of their way to be as ignorant about shit as he is, because, he is ignorant about it. Like, It's like, no, you're wrong, and you know you're wrong.
Yeah, you're just...
I think that there are certain people, if he gets into office again, that he is going to go out of his way. Not to unfairly do whatever. I guarantee you, if he gets reelected, it's going to be a wrecking ball going through Washington.
Well,
guaranteed.
There's got to be. I mean, it's got to happen.
I think all these rhinos and people like
he
Bill
can't
Barr,
do what he did to Hillary. He had to learn that lesson because he let Hillary free without doing an investigation really at all.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. And that's what sucks. You got to turn the cheek. I don't want to get into every 4 years everybody's getting arrested and thrown in prison.
Yeah, then the most qualified.
If you're doing a one-time cleaning house, though, get them on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'd be totally fine with that. Go through.
I don't care if he does nothing else. His whole presidency, if he just cleans house.
Well, him just being president will calm the world down. That'll turn the temperature down on the old teapot.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, if he could just clean up Washington, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, because I hate Washington.
I mean, I like this border secure
city,
and a better economy.
I just can't stand the people in it.
But I feel like that's all part of Washington. Washington's doing all this ruining of everything. Well, he starts there.
Well, yeah, they literally don't give a shit. And there's
why don't we just send all our illegals up to Washington?
I think they tried. They have to do a little better job turning them around.
Yeah.
Because they were sending them up there, and they'd be like, you know what? No.
Yeah.
Because that's what.
Were you telling me they're putting the National Guard in Washington to take care of the crime?
For it.
Yeah, they asked for it.
Yeah, the people that when they got small towns where they can't pay them as much, and all these bigger cities that can't get cops anymore are offering $30 to $40 an hour, so whole towns are losing their entire police force.
You see that?
Of course, you don't really need a small town. Somebody goes to fuck a small town, just like Jason Aldean said.
The third DA in California is getting recalled in Oakland.
Yeah, but they do the recall, and then the dumbasses vote
for
the same, or
dumbasses
in Chicago vote for something worse.
But there's one of them I voted for you, and now I don't feel safe. And it's this is what you're doing, idiot. I mean, did you not know what the hell? Just because they had a D next to their name, did you not see what the fuck they were promising to do? Let criminals out early?
Yeah, they're oh yeah, that sounds nice because if we're nicer to criminals, then
obviously criminals will be. You should also see there's they have mass break-ins or stealing of the department stores. They'll get 50 people and they'll just rush in, steal a bunch of shit, and rush out.
Yep.
This is California, people. It's a shithole.
That's why where in the hell does Gavin Newsom get off thinking he has any chance in hell of getting elected?
There ain't no way.
I mean, then he comes out being condescending, saying, I'm sorry to half of the parents of California that think that we're trying to control your kids and take away your parental rights. You've been brainwashed by the far right. You condescending prick. You think people are going to see through that shit?
Yeah.
All they got to do is do a minimal amount of research.
Minimal.
And it's and why the hell would anybody else want to live in California? Come on down where the streets are flowing with shit and you may or may not get stabbed by the junkie with a dirty needle.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how out of touch these people are. I don't know. People.
I just don't know. I just don't know what. I just don't understand how people keep voting. You vote one way, it turns to shit. You're I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Well, I'm gonna keep doing it because that guy's R next to his name. So
That's what I don't understand. Like, well, that's what they say.
Oh, he's obviously racist. Not because he's, maybe has different, set of beliefs in his policies. Like, hey, I don't like crime. I like not spending a ton of money.
Well, and it's like the mental block they say where they're not seeing that the policies they're voting for is what's causing all the shit around them. Like they're just not seeing.
No, I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
it's like it just came out of nowhere.
It's just dumb.
Just came out of nowhere.
How do you make? We let them out of jail. They should be happy to be out of jail.
Yeah, they'll get a job.
It's like, because like getting a job is way easier.
He's only been arrested 8 times stealing cars. I'm sure no possible way.
See, look at that.
He won't get to it 9 times.
And I got him lined up as a car dealer at the local dealership.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that turned out horrible. That
was a bad call.
He said we were out of soap, and he was running down to the car wash to buy more soap.
Yeah.
And he just never came back.
Yeah, he took one of the cars. Who would have guessed?
Now he's down in that one place.
I just don't understand it, and it's super annoying, and somehow people don't. The problem with people is they vote the way they vote, and usually they don't change their mind until it affects them directly. And even then, I mean, it has to affect them hard. I mean, it can't be like, I only got stabbed a little bit, by the criminal that keep getting let out.
Well, and someone needs to look at. And they say the reason why there wasn't a huge red wave in 22 is because of the abortion issue. You need to look at the side that is simultaneously advocating for killing babies, and they'll if you corner them, will say, well, everybody can agree that you should wait, with at least within the first trimester. It's like, yeah, or like some of them that believe in post-birth abortions.
Yeah,
while simultaneously also supporting and pushing kids toward gender dysphoria, and then not telling the parents about it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what
the ones coming after your kids are the ones, they're supposed to be the good guys.
That's right. So, I don't know.
I don't have anything else.
I haven't yet. It's been talking for an hour. One random factoid, apparently, to end the show. Apparently, yoga is demonic. So.
It's that downward doggy style.
That is a actual thing. You can look it up.
Except for DDP's yoga.
Except for DDP, that shit's just fucking like, yeah, DDP.
DDP yoga. I don't know.
But, yeah, I think that wraps it up for this week. So until next week, I'm Josh.
And I'm Kevin.
And this was another bodaciously awesome episode of The Lost Art of Common Sense.
Common Sense. Common Sense. Common Sense. Common Sense.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Be gone,
alien.
Ow.